Good morning, everybody. We are streaming live from Schriever Air Force Base. Well, you actually can't see because it's a field. Everything is underground. And this is the place from where directed energy weapons are fired at innocent civilians, not just in the United States, but around the world. Women, children, men, pets are tortured by our own Space Force. Yes, your taxpayer dollar is going to torture people like all of these you see here. We're going to introduce you. But first, I want to introduce you to two special people that came all the way. One is a very tortured, targeted individual from Australia, our dear Craig LaForest.
Hello, everyone. It's Craig LaForest from Sydney, Australia. I used to live in the United States for 28 years, and I returned to live in Sydney in 2011. And this ridiculous technology is torturing me and other people in Australia, direct from the United States. We need to step up, share the information, and understand the people who have V2K, who are hearing voices very clearly in their heads, and not schizophrenic. They're not delusional. Please share the information, and it's the only way we're able to stop this abomination against humanity. Thank you.
How long did you travel from Australia to get here?
2 days ago, and had a bit of a delay in a flight from Sydney, and we arrived at 3 o'clock at Colorado Springs in the morning. And we had an incredible registration process yesterday. So many people, so many wonderful, innocent people from around the world were there. And it was so great to say hello to them. So again, please share the information. Do talk about it amongst your friends. Talk about amongst anybody that is hearing voices. So many people losing family members because they believe that they're delusional, and that's not the case. It's disgusting that technology is a failed technology. It's being transmitted from this area to the ionosphere and to satellites and coming down and hitting people anywhere in the world.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, this is our other special guest. She came all the way from
Switzerland.
Why did you come? Tell the world, that the people that are watching us, which is not too many right now, but I know they're going to. Please share this so that the world can know about the torture going on right under that field. That's where they work. That's where they fire the weapons at us. So why did you come all the way from?
So I came here because I'm really isolated in Switzerland, and I think it's just great that Targeted Justice organized this, and I'm so happy to be able to talk to other TIs here, to be able to make a difference, and we have to stop this together. And I'm not sure if I can stay in Switzerland because I'm so badly targeted. That's why I wanted to meet other people and just, and also to see where this all stems from. Schriever Air Force Base.
This is the belly of the beast. Exactly. We are at the belly of the beast, and we're not afraid because we are freedom fighters. We are fighting for our life, and like I say all the time, give me liberty or give me death. Either you shut down these weapons, or it's not negotiable for any of us to live with torture paid for by your money, by taxpayer dollar. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna come here. Oh. Defund, let me just see if I can grab this really. Yeah, defund the TSDB. Because as we have explained, the terrorist screening database, which is after the FBI, innocent people like these people you see here, puts them on a terrorist screening database and categorize them as terrorists. So the terrorists, even they don't meet the reasonable suspicion criteria, which is a scintilla, the minimum that people should meet in order to be declared a terrorist. And they are there without notice, without opportunity to controvert the nomination, without an opportunity to get out, because they never get noticed, they never get an opportunity to challenge it. It's a nomination and inclusion on the list for life for torture and human experimentation by government criminals. Let me continue this way. Please say hello to everybody. What's your name?
My name is Hideko Go.
Where did you come from?
I came from Seattle,
From Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington. Yes.
How long have you been taught?
I have been targeting more than 30 years. Since I came to Japan, I wanted to stay America, and I went to school. At the university, I got the targeting. And the stalking started, the target stalking started.
The gang stalking.
Yankee stalking started. And 2013, direct energy weapon come to my body. I am a survivor. I'm on torture many times. I went to police and fight and the senator, nothing happened. I am really believe Anna Toledo and fighting with her. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
you. Ferretta. Oh, I'm so. We should have said the weather.
Yeah, I know.
I'll warm you up. I'll warm you up. Okay, so tell everybody, why are you here?
I am here to let the whole world know that we are going through this torture and abuse program called targeting, and it needs to stop. People are being hurt. People are dying. And we need to let the world know that this is happening not only to targeted individuals, but to everyone on the planet.
Where did you come from?
I came from New York.
Did you fly here?
I took a train here, actually. Took a train here. Took 3 days, but I'm here and I'm glad to be here.
Fighting for our lives.
That's right.
Yes. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Say hello to our public.
Hello,
To everybody, why are you helping us so much?
because my knees have been hit since I've been here. My knees have been hit, and I should have brought my cane because of the weapons they use on us. But I'm here to support the community, the targeted individuals community, and
Are you a targeted individual?
oh yes, I'm a targeted individual
Or how?
since 2015. 2015, this started.
And you live here, right in Colorado,
I
right?
live in Colorado, and I get the whole spiel. I get the subliminal. I get the energy weapons. I get the close by devices. I get.
The voice to skull.
I don't get voice to skull. No. I talk about Jesus, and they don't like that.
Oh no, they hate the Bible. As soon as I start reading the Bible, they don't like it. They hate it because they're Satanists. People that work there. How about you? Oh, I love your shirt.
Targeted lives matter.
Where did you come from?
Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah,
Wow.
where I've experienced gang stalking, direct energy warfare. Sat on my porch. My hair was straight. Went from straight to curly. Had to sit. Had to sell my condo. You know, that's part of the asset stripping that they try to do to you when you're a targeted individual. So I'm the one that direct messaged you and said, what do I do to get out of this? And you're like, they're not going to leave you alone because they want you to STFU, and you're telling the truth. And so you said, stay strong. So that's how I end my podcasts is I say, stay strong. And then I give it.
What is your
Unveiling Shadows podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, so everybody, Unveiling Shadows, look it up.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here. So I'm here to support, being a targeted survivor.
Well, we're fighting for our life.
Yes, we are. We're fighting and for our freedom.
For freedom.
Yeah.
Nobody is supposed to have taken our freedom away. We did not consent to being part of any stupid experiment. And so why don't they not experiment with themselves, right? They should have just, because they're such idiots, they should have experimented with themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But not here. All of these people here are proving that you targeted the wrong people, because all of these people here not only made it all the way to Colorado, but they're fighting for their lives, and they are not going to give up. We're all going to stay strong, and we're going to continue to be a pain and demand freedom, because we were born into freedom. and nobody has the right to take it away from us. We have not committed any crimes. We are not terrorists, and we should not be in any terrorist list. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me continue this way. Okay, so I'm going to show you one of the we have. I already showed the picture here. General Saltzman, he's in charge of the torture of innocent people, like people you see here. Yeah, he's the one that gives the commands to the Air Force, Space Force people that torture innocent Americans, innocent babies and children. I have told the story of 3-year-olds that hear voice to skull, and they take the samples of the voices of the parents, and they give them atrocious instructions to the children in order to do things that go against what any parent would tell a child, and it's only to prove that they're doing it. So they're just really sick in the mind, the head, these criminals. Yeah.
Is it live still happening?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Let me see.
I want you to meet eventually.
Okay.
From Germany.
Okay, cool. Okay. Let me see. Hey, Dawn, good morning. This is Dawn, our volunteer from Colorado.
Hi,
Why are
folks.
you here?
I'm here because I want my life back. I was put in this program at 62 years old by a neuropsychologist out of Denver who has a sister in, no, I'm not going to, and who has a sister who was a federal judge. So it's that easy, folks. All you got to do is meet the wrong person who has people in the right places, and you're on a terrorist list even though you've never done anything in your life. Crystal clear citizen of the United States of America, and I am being tortured with electronic energy.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Okay, so this is the other banner here. This is a language that the trainees and the people that work here understand. Okay, so why are you making this huge effort holding this banner?
I'm a targeted individual. I have been targeted since 2015, and I have been electronically harassed since 2020. I'm here to bring awareness. As long as these programs exist, nobody's safe. They target people just for speaking out, just for defending innocent people's lives. We're not criminals, we're good people, and I'm here to bring awareness.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Laura. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How
Please
are
tell the
you?
world,
I'm
why are
sick of
you
being
holding a banner here?
because I'm sick of being an experiment for our government. I just can't do it anymore. We just can't do it anymore. I have family.
We're fighting, and we're
We're
going to shut them
fighting.
down.
We're fighting. We're going to shut them down. I cannot be an experiment of this situation anymore, and so we are just out here protesting. We do not want to be an experiment.
It's
anymore.
illegal. 12333 Executive Order 12333 prohibits human experimentation. It was enacted after MK Ultra, a church committee supposedly shut down the MK Ultra, but that it's a lie. It continued. It was morphed into this heinous program that combined it with COINTELPRO from the FBI. So you have the two, MK Ultra and COINTELPRO, mixed into this special unacknowledged access, which with your money, with taxpayer money, they are torturing innocent Americans. So look it up. Order 12333. It specifically prohibits human experimentation, but of course the CIA doesn't care and doesn't. They
Does
don't.
not care. I do not consent. I never consented to this. None of us do.
None of us do. That's true. Okay. I'm going to have.
These are the German news crew.
Okay.
Melanie, my contact.
Let me go take. Okay, so I'm just gonna go out there and show you a little bit from the outside. Hey, Mr. Lighthouse. Hi.
Hey, Anna.
Okay, say hello to everybody. What's your name?
Hey, I'm Simon, targeted individual, North Carolina. Been targeted for at least the last 20 years. I became aware of my targeting in 2020. And it's good to be here
Why are
fighting.
you here in the cold holding a banner?
Yeah, fighting for our freedom to not be
Amen.
targeted by our U.S. government.
Amen. Thank you.
I'm Raphael. Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael.
Okay, so we're going to be saying hello to some people here. So please don't go away because this is going to be a long stream. Hi, Ana Toledo. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, right?
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming all the way.
Yeah.
We need to wake up the world
Yeah.
as to the torture that is being inflicted from here.
Yeah.
He figured it all out. He was hit one Saturday morning with a very hard directed energy weapon hit in the head. And that's how he started. He can tell you more about it, figuring it out that it all came from here. And so they're paying American soldiers that work for the United States Space Force to torture people, and mostly, come this way, mostly our numbers reflect it's about 2/3 women, middle-aged women and on. I've had up to 100 years old lady that she died after being tortured for life. And so it's mostly women. And 62% have what it's known as voice to skull, which Craig can tell you about it, which is a patented technology developed by the military for the people on the boots on the ground. But then they realized that it created brain damage. So they said, no, we can't use it on our soldiers. And they are the ones that coined the term voice to skull. It was the Army. So what we have here is that they realized it's not good for our soldiers, but let's experiment on the population. Interestingly enough, PETA, the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, they did a campaign because the Army, a university got a grant, maybe like $900,000 to test directed energy weapons on ferrets. And PETA came in and they said, no, you can't do that to the poor little ferrets. And they stopped it because they realized it was a cruel experiment. However,
they can do it to ferrets.
They can do it to humans. You see? And we have begging PETA to intervene for our pets because the pets of targeted individuals are severely, I had to give mine in adoption because they are severely tortured as well and implanted with illegal chips. So I really hope you can wake up the world to the atrocities and crimes being committed from here to the world.
That's why we're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
As I mentioned earlier on, it's so easy for general practitioners to pass people off as being delusional or schizophrenic or have some psychosis, and that is simply not the case. These are innocent people who have been victimized, used, arbitrarily just picked out of society and used for technology. And these people have been written off by their families in many cases as being delusional, don't want any connection with their family members. And it's rampant throughout the world. As you know, I'm a board member of Ecotour in Brussels, and very happy to speak around the world about this technology, this failed technology. It initiated after the World War II with the concentration camps where Dr. Joseph Mengele was the first person who was trying to understand the brain waves and so forth, and used a lot of the Jewish patients to operate on. And the United States brought 800 of these Nazi scientists over from Germany instead of going to the Nuremberg trials. They were given homes, they were given salaries, they were given new names, as long as the US government was told everything that they knew about the technology. And it's escalated. So from 1953 to 1972, we had what was called the MK Ultra program, which was supposed to finish in 1972, and it didn't. It has continued. So I hope over the next couple of days, you are able to learn from a lot of the experiences here from these wonderful people who have come from many states and across the world.
This is really a silent Holocaust happening here. It's crimes against humanity.
Just give me 1 second to change the building.
Okay. I'm ready. You know I'm Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're ready. We drink like fish. We're ready for everything.
Okay, just give me 5 more seconds. Can I hold anything for you?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna ask. Yeah, because
Just
we're
what you
still
told me to
we
do.
are
Oh, we're
we
still
are.
live?
Yeah, we're gonna be. I'm not gonna interrupt it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should probably
So-
kind of get maybe off the screen.
Yeah, because they're gonna wanna run us over. So here's the thing. It's a silent Holocaust.
Let's go back here. Let's go back here.
Okay. Let's go here. So this is part of when you fight for your life, you have to go through the weeds too. It is. Here's the hypocrisy. This is a silent Holocaust.
Can we do
Yeah.
the background so they see?
Okay, let's do this. This is a silent Holocaust that calls for a Nuremberg trial 2.0. People are being tortured, and the interesting thing about this is that, as Mr. Green said before Congress, these weapons leave no entry and no exit wound, and they make the victim feel as though they're going crazy. Well, you're going to have an opportunity to talk to a lot of people, and they are very sane and not crazy at all. You know, they you can see in their eyes their suffering and their need for freedom, because many people have been illegally implanted, and they are really very tortured. Not to mention, you know, the sexual aggressions that occur that are atrocious, and they are carried out from here to the world. You know, to people in Australia, to people in Germany. We have a lot of people in Germany. We have people in Spain. One of the atrocious parts is, since medicine is a nationalized right in Europe, well, I have a TI in Spain. She has voice to skull. She doesn't dare tell her family, because she's afraid they're going to put her in a mental hospital. Because psychiatrists are being recklessly negligent by not studying the technology and realizing that medicine for psychosis or schizophrenia doesn't work for voice to skull, because it's not an illness. It is a torture tactic that does not go away with medication. So that is why, you know, a lot of people in Europe suffer in privacy, because they're afraid to tell the truth.
Or maybe they don't even know that it might be the Havana Syndrome or whatever.
Well, here's the important thing. The voice to skull and the torture, directed energy weapons torture, causes Havana Syndrome, as per the National Academies of Science and Medicine that studied the Havana Syndrome people and said the most likely cause is the pulsations, radio frequency energy pulsations to the brain. Nobody has come with another better explanation for that.
Yeah.
And here's why it's not Russia and China. Because if it was attacking an American civilian or an American employee, federal employee, by Russia or China, would have been with a directed energy weapon, would have been an act of war, right? And the United States would have immediately responded to it. And that is why the CIA says, oh, no, we don't think there's any foreign involvement. Because they know they're doing it themselves.
Yeah, they come up with the idea that it might be pesticides or things like this.
No, but that has been discredited. That the pesticides don't go to your brain like that. No. And when you hear the testimony of these people here, Hideko here, she's being targeted for the longest time. She's from Washington State. She's Japanese. Just talk to them. Talk to these people. It brings tears to your eyes. It really does.
Are you also targeted?
Very much.
Yeah. How can I imagine? Is it just from one moment to the other that you have that you hear sound?
No, I don't hear things.
Okay.
Not everybody. 62% of targeted individuals have voice to skull. Others have other kind of things. Some people are severely implanted and have what is called the W-band, wireless body area network, because research institutions harvest data from our bodies. Okay, we are an experiment, and so you go into a normal surgery, and you come out with all these implants and you don't know you have them. One of the easy ways to detect them, for example, here in the neck, you can see I have all of this, is you put a megaphone there and it'll make noise because it'll capture the electromagnetic waves that these artifacts emit in order to communicate through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to the data to these institutions and to the government and to whoever is doing research on this. So yeah, there's a lot of people that are severely implanted. I have seen, for example, Dr. Lambert, who is one of our board members at Targeted Justice. He gets neurostrikes so painful that he almost loses consciousness because of the pain. And they wake up in the morning with the face very swelled from the attacks. Usually the attacks happen at night because they depend on you. They need 3 minutes to make the 3D plane of you if you don't have implants. And with that, they precisely attack your back or precisely attack your throat. Some people have voice problems because they are attacked in the voice for many years. And that's nothing but directed energy weapons. So, you know, it's different. The menu is different for everybody. You will hear a lot of people talk about gang stalking. That is a huge component, which is like the COINTELPRO stalking surveillance, illegal surveillance. A lot of people will talk to you about that because it's very psychologically, it's a psychological operation that it's very traumatic for many people, you know, because you feel followed. And it's true, they do send people, they have like some sort of app that they send people out. Okay, who's around here, you know. It's a very sophisticated program. It entails billions and billions of dollars paid for American taxpayer. And what made it, I think, successful, so pervasive in the nation is that, and in the world, we estimate 6 million people around the world, 400,000 in the United States, is the collaboration with private enterprise because they gave stimulus. For example, there's a lot of doctors, there's a lot of research institutions that are making money on this program. You see, so when there is profit involved for the non-governmental people doing it, that's when it becomes a snowball effect and it becomes a monster. And that's what, you know, I think it's holding back a lot of it. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to let you talk to the people here. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hi. This is so good. I have Autumn here. Autumn, talk to everybody. How did you make it here?
I made it here by the grace of God in a rental car since our car was mutilated to where but we drove all night long. I have 2 more friends. I have Amy Broadnax in town. She's a huge influencer from Texas. And I have Rob Montes, and they're back at the hotel on their way here shortly. And we have a rain cover if we need it too. We brought a tent. We have a PA system.
Awesome.
We have a microphone, amplifier. We're going to get loud.
Yeah, let's go.
Ya está la tiempo, mija. Sí puedo hablar español también.
Ya, qué bueno. Pues mira, tenemos aquí a Maritza de México.
Ándale.
Gaby. Gaby, necesita, you need, okay, let me see how I can have somebody, Mari, call you. Call Mari. I'm going to text you Mari's number, okay?
Okay.
Give me a second. Here, Autumn, can you hold this and continue interviewing people?
Absolutely.
Well, this is in LinkedIn, and this is in Twitter, in my Twitter, and this is in Facebook.
Fantastic.
So,
I got restricted and banned from LinkedIn.
Yeah, well, we wonder why.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I spoke the truth.
Yeah, so can you please go around interviewing the people that I didn't?
I sure will.
And keep on going. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. So I know I get to interview people. This is live on LinkedIn. And everybody introduce yourselves. Introduce yourself.
I'm Linda. I'm Daniel's mother.
Have you been on here yet?
Yes.
Of course.
Betsy from Omaha, Nebraska.
That's it. I'm going to walk around and say hello to everybody. And who do we have here?
I'm Soretta. Hi again.
Hi again, everybody. Say hello. We're going to go around. Let me see. We can walk around and talk to people. Everybody say hello.
Hello. My name's Monica. I'm a political prisoner.
microchip, nanochip, incarcerated without due process.
There you go.
I'm 12 years into the program, and I'm mad as hell.
So am I. And I'm Autumn. Nice to meet you, sweetheart. God bless you.
God bless you.
And who do we have here? You've already been on here, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, well. Say hello again.
Okay.
Everybody
Hi.
give say hi.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm a targeted individual targeted by this illegal, unconstitutional program of targeting of innocent U.S. citizens. And I'm here protesting and fighting for my rights as a citizen to not be harassed and tormented by our government, essentially.
As I'm getting hit in my chest.
Oh, wow.
But you know what I'm used to?
Wow.
God bless you. God bless you, honey. I want to find my group that I came with. Where are they?
Maybe over here.
Let's go over this direction over here, everybody. Since Miss Anna gave me the microphone for a moment. Have you gotten to say hello on here yet?
Yes, I have already.
Have you gotten to say hello? I know you haven't.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm from Idaho. I'm a targeted individual. We are out here at Schriever Force Base, and we are showing that we do not consent and we do not comply to human torture.
Absolutely not. And I rode with her. She's from Idaho.
Yeah.
Hey, Solana.
Okay, so for those, Gabby, look on the page, on Targeted Action page 2024, you come to Curtis Road, County Road 94. The best way, don't use your GPS. Go to gas station and just spontaneously ask for it. Curtis Road in the intersection of County Road 94. Come over, we're waiting for you.
Andale.
Yeah, this is going to continue.
Okay.
So please don't stop it because we want to increase it to, we're live.
There we go, girl. God, it's so good to meet you.
So good
After
to
all
meet
this
you.
time.
Yeah, well, you have to talk Lighthouse. Come over.
I
This
did.
is Paul. Tell me, you talked to him?
I did.
Okay.
I finally got to meet him. You look tired today, Mr. Lighthouse.
Yeah, I didn't get as much sleep as I would have liked.
I didn't get hardly any.
Okay, well, Mr. Lighthouse, I wanted to get Mr. Lighthouse.
Thank you.
Many people ask Mr. Lighthouse here. Can you hold this for me, please? Many people ask, how did you figure out that the attacks on targeted individuals were being carried out from here, from Schriever's? Can you explain?
Well, we have a tab on our website called Key Evidence, and it's if you go to targetedjustice.com.
Schriever Space Force Base.
Yeah.
Targeting innocent people in this country with directed energy weapons. Schriever Space Force Base is targeting innocent people in this country with directed energy weapons. Tracking and attacking innocent people in this country. Look at all of us standing here. We are all innocent people. We want to go to the Supreme Court and be heard in the Supreme Court. That's our goal. But the Justice Department is trying to prevent us from going to the Supreme Court. We want to be heard. We have irrefutable, absolute evidence of the targeting, and we want to be heard in court.
So this is our beautiful targeting community. Everybody, we're fighting for our life here. We are fighting for our lives. You targeted the wrong person, criminals. You targeted the wrong persons. Notice it's mostly women. 62%, 66% of targeted individuals are women. And they are abused with directed energy weapons. Weapons that don't leave an entry wound or an exit wound. And it's paid for with your taxpayer dollar. So call Congress and tell them, hi, John. Thank you for being here. Can you just give a message to our audience why you're holding this banner here?
I want everybody to know what's going on.
What's going on?
The directed energy weapon attacks, the torture. People are being tortured to death.
Thank you, John. You see, here's the thing. When you look in the eye of the people that tell you about the torture, they're not lying. You can tell. You can tell it comes from the heart. And it's enough time. It's enough. You know what? The cat out of the bag. We do not consent.
We do not consent.
There you go.
Consent. Consent. We do not 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 consent.
We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent.
We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. And no, we do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. He gave us one. We do not consent. 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 From satellites. We have the patents on that. We do not consent to the tracking and attacking of innocent people in this country. Thank you. We're being attacked and tracked. We're attacked and attacked by Schriever Space Force Base. We do not consent. We do not consent to the tracking and attacking by Schriever Space Force Base. Schriever is using directed energy weapons on innocent people in this country. We are all innocent.
Yeah, this is how
We do not consent.
freedom fighting looks like.
We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent.
It's the beauty of free speech in America. Many people were asking, why did you go to Colorado and not DC? First of all, in DC, people get arrested for doing exactly this, which is protesting peacefully, publicly, and here fighting for lives. We are fighting for freedom, for the freedom, not just for these people here, but for the freedom of future generations that were going to be made part of this program. You have to think twice. You might be individual, you don't even know it. The tracking signals cause the artificial tinnitus. Go to a very quiet room, cup your ears, and hear the microwave pops after 30, 50 seconds. You'll see you might be a target individual and you don't even know it. Only 2% of targeted individuals know they are targeted. 5% are handling code, which is a secret category of the terrorist screening database. And targeting is really slight. If you wake up every morning and you feel like you're so fast and it's not consistent with your physical condition, you may be targeted. It is at night that they do the most brutal, although slight, microwave attacks on your body. So it takes you about 45 minutes to warm up. That's because all night you were being microwaved. There are easy ways to find out. The FBI puts you on the list will not tell you that you are in 2 secret categories of the terrorist screening database that used as a human experimentation raw. Even executive order prohibited human experimentation after MK Ultra was shut down by the church committee, but it never was shut down. Knows, Jim Jordan knows what's going on and refused to pull on the fund of this special unacknowledged that tortures so many people.
Stop the torture. Stop it already.
We do not consent ever. We do not consent. We must.
This is
stop We must stop this insanity. This is absolutely treasonous, and it's innocent lives are being affected every single day. We have to stop this. We do not consent.
No, we don't.
No,
we do not consent.
Do not consent.
We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent.
Okay, so what you sign here, we have talked a lot about V2K and do, but I see you have a chipping. So what do you have to say teaching us about the illegal?
I went to Salt Lake City, Utah, and got scanned by John Pinskin with counter-espionage equipment, and they found a bunch of chips and implants within my body.
Did you consent to them?
I did not consent to them. They were illegally put in my body. Some of them are corrosive, which means they were put in my body as either a toddler or a baby. I don't know how they got in there. I have them in my vagina. How did they get there?
Yeah, well, many of us are that kind of victim, but you know what? Those doctors that thought you got all that money for all that chipping, guess what? We're going to be knocking on your door. All these people are going to be knocking on your door, and it's not going to be pretty for you because you are going to be exposed as colluding with a criminal experiment of people that never consented and in violation of their Fourth Amendment had their bodies invaded and taken over without any consent. So you are in trouble. You should move to Argentina, perhaps, right? Hi. Who are you?
I'm Daniel's mother.
Oh, you're Daniel. Oh my God, I have to hug you. Thank you so much for coming, Daniel Shell. Okay, say hello to our audience.
Hello,
Where did you come from?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Why are you here?
To rally with others to stop this program from V2K to making us look crazy, and we're not. We really need help. So please, just everyone get together and make everyone aware of what's going on.
What happened to take away from you?
Everything. They made me go bankrupt. Said I have schizophrenia, and I'm waiting on disability for that because I'm not able to work or do anything. So I've had to move back in with my mother and try to rebuild my whole life.
Well, you're a brave warrior. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I look forward so much. And you, thank you for the support for him. So many parents. I want to commend you because so many parents don't support their children.
This is coming from targeting, 100%, because he graduated valedictorian of his college class. He was working in the government, and everything. So none of y'all deserve this. None of you. And it's time for this to stop. It's time for it to stop. And he loves all of y'all, and I love all of y'all. I'm going to save my son's life. Y'all are absolutely doing that. 100%.
Well, it's everybody's fighting for their life here, and that's why we want people to know, that for me, it's like James O'Keefe says, my price is my life. If they want me to stop this, they have to. And they don't have the courage to kill me because even though I'm making all this criminals, you targeted the wrong Boricua, and we are going to shut you down peacefully and exerting our First Amendment right. We do not advocate violence in any way. And it just has to, Congress has to step up to their responsibility of pulling the plug and paying the money to people, criminals, torturing Americans and people around the world. Let me see. Yeah, thank you. Gracias, Jesús. Dios está con nosotros. El mal, no, evil will not prevail. We are here to prove that God's on our side. And these are God's warriors. All of these. We are all God's warriors because this is a war of good versus evil. And these evil people working under that ground, they are going to have to stop doing what they're doing because they're going to have to face God one day, and it's not going to be pretty for them. So they better get their act together and repent. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah. Well, look, I am one of the ones that say, you know, Richard Lighthouse saved my life because if I had stayed in Puerto Rico, they were ready to murder me. But you see, it's different. It's different in Puerto Rico because it's rogue there. So here it's just about the torture. It's right over there. Security. Okay. That's our security guy. Yeah. We rented somebody. We had to get a security guy. We had to get a security guy so that the criminals wouldn't create problems. Yes.
I wanted you to know too, Christina Goers with Power Girl Productions is doing a coverage with us tomorrow live. But I'm just sending her these clips.
Okay.
Bit by bit, but with Power Girl Productions, and they're going to be putting it on their podcast, and they're going to be doing a live feed with us tomorrow for 2 hours.
Okay. Good.
So, and they have.
Well, we're going to be doing things tomorrow.
Worldwide
and Saturday,
coverage.
we're gonna do a coverage from a church. It's going to be in Spanish for all of you that are Christian. This is not a official targeted justice because targeted justice is non-sectarian. However, I will be speaking in a Christian church because it is our position that pastors and ministers have a huge role in saving lives. A lot of the victims in this program are made to feel they're going crazy and are made to try to kill themselves with the torture. And it is important for pastors and ministers to understand.
I tried to commit suicide several times.
Well, but if you had a pastor tell you you're not going crazy, it's a technology.
Yeah.
Look up the
made
technology. It would have made a huge difference. So you just have to look up the technology tab. In Targeted Justice, there's a technology tab, targetedjustice.com. Go to the V2K tab. And so that is how we want to reach out because we believe that the churches have a lot of potential to save lives, which is what Targeted Justice is trying to do. Our goal is twofold. Number one, save lives by having people understand the technology and that they're not going crazy. And number two, to shut down this evil criminal program. So that's our mission statement there. And thank you for being here. I was looking for
honey,
you.
You know what? I wasn't going to miss it. My two friends are still asleep because they drove all night. But I'll tell you what, we are so here, and I wouldn't have missed it for anything in the world. And they tried every way in the world to keep me from getting here.
I'm going to go to Peterson's in a little while, but I need you to text me your phone number to my phone number that I'm going to give you. Excuse me, I'm not going to put it here publicly, but. Okay, just.
Gracias, Ana.
Okay.
We do not consent. You car.
You are live.
Oh, sorry. We do not consent. 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 We do not.
Hey, Marlena. What would you say to the presidential candidate Donald Trump about this torture that he has to pay attention?
Honorable future President Trump, many innocent civilians are being tracked and attacked in this country by directed energy weapons. I would like you to ban neural weapons completely in the United States. Stop the torture on innocent civilians. and children and the elderly. We have people in their 90s and children as young as 3 years old and even younger being tortured by microwave. They're getting severe microwave burns. We have absolute irrefutable evidence of the directed energy weapon attacks against innocent people. We have the absolute irrefutable evidence by the same team that diagnosed the CIA agents with Dr. Lambert. And we want to be heard in the Supreme Court.
Thank you, Marlena. Yeah, it's important that also Robert Kennedy, whom we greatly admire and appreciate, he should realize, and for his Children's Defense Fund, that innocent children, toddlers as young as 3 years old, are being attacked with to home. And they use programs such as Adobe Vocal to imitate the voices of the parents or the teachers or friends to do nasty things. And it's a one TI child said to his teacher, "Oh, the dolls are speaking to me," things that are not normal. And it's not just that is the psychological problem of having voices in a child that cannot have schizophrenia, because as Dr. Lambert explained to me, it is not until the brain is mature that it develops the structures required to develop psychosis or schizophrenia. Doctors are being reckless, are being malpractice when they diagnose schizophrenic or psychotic, somebody that is being attacked with voice to solid. It's a technology, and if they don't study, well, you know what, that's called negligence and medical malpractice. If you are a psychiatrist putting people in a mental hospital because they are using technology, you are committing medical malpractice. It's time for to get a read at the technology tab in V2K. So yeah, Robert Kennedy, we're making a call to you. Defend the children that cannot defend themselves from directed energy weapons being beamed at their developing. Nobody knows what the long-term effects of that are going to be. Yeah, let my people go, Simone. You go. Love you.
We want justice. 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 I'm going to say we want justice. You guys say when? Say right now.
Okay, Marlena.
We want justice.
She's going to go, we want justice, and she's going to go when, and you go right now. Okay?
We want justice.
Right now!
We want justice. Right now. We want justice. Right now.
I want freedom. I want freedom. That's all I want.
Yeah, the only going to come with that is with justice.
Yeah, no, we're going to jail. That guy over there, we want him in jail. Let me show the picture of him. We want this guy in jail because he knows what he's doing. He knows that innocent Americans, this guy here knows and directs the torture of innocent Americans, and we want it to stop. Right?
Yes, we want justice right now. This illegal, unconstitutional program needs to be ended. And we're here fighting for our freedom and the freedom of innocent Americans, over 400,000 innocent Americans who are also enduring this.
Thank you. Hi, you want to address our audience? Why are you here today?
I'm here because I'm being gang stalked everywhere I go. I'm getting my car's been vandalized, so I want justice and want this to end.
Okay, can you explain to someone who doesn't know gang stalk in very simple terms and without curse words? Well, because I know the curse words just come from the heart, but let's just try to keep it PG, general audience. Explain to somebody that doesn't know what gang stalking looks like. What is it?
It's when multiple people literally follow you everywhere. Your privacy exposed. You don't have any more privacy. It's just they break into your laws. They take away your amendments. So it needs to stop. So.
How about your phone and your devices?
Yeah, your devices get hacked. Computers, phones, tablets. Forget about it. You don't have any privacy anymore. Everything is compromised. So this is going to keep happening. It's already happening to 400,000 people in the United States alone. So it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep going. And unfortunately, it may happen to you. So that's why we need to get this stop now.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, he is so right. This was a program that was going to be rolled out to the entire population. So don't think that just because you're not getting hit at night, just because you're not getting tortured, that doesn't mean that you're not going to. Because if you cross the wrong person, if you blow the whistle on the wrong corporation or government corruption, you will be targeted. Now, it's important that you should note how Tulsi Gabbard was put in a Quiet Skies program. I would understand that all those Quiet Skies programs, all the source of the information is from the terrorist screening database that is created and maintained by the Terrorist Screening Center that is under the FBI. So what TSA has the person on the Quiet Skies, it's because she came from the terrorist, she was illegally placed on the terrorist screening database without reasonable suspicion of terrorist activity. That's a violation of the Constitution, and it has got to stop. Because all of these people here, they are not as famous as Tulsi Gabbard, which we greatly admire, but they also have a right to be heard. They have a right. The media is completely mum on this and on the silent Holocaust that is going on in the United States with innocent people. No, it's also a hate crime. Two-thirds of the victims of this program are women because they thought women were not going to fight back. Guess what? Look at all these women here fighting back. We are not going to stop until we are free. You have a beautiful message for freedom here.
Never surrender.
We're not going to.
We're not going to. I'm still here today. I don't know why, but I am.
Yeah, because we're warriors.
Yeah.
Peaceful warriors. Yep. Yeah. Are we going to go to Peterson's? Or are we going to stay here?
Yeah, we can. So I think it's been very successful. We got about 30 people out here right now. We're certainly raising awareness, and we really appreciate all the people that came out early this morning to help us raise awareness. So very pleased with our turnout.
We have another protest going on at Peterson. Can you explain, please, very shortly? Don't send people to read the website. Can you explain the difference about Peterson and Schriever?
So the main difference between Peterson and Schriever for a targeted individual is Peterson Air Force Base is currently the headquarters for the U.S. Space Force, and so that's where the highest ranking officers in the military sit at Peterson Space Force Base. Here at Schriever is the main operations base. This is where the weapons are controlled from and the satellites are controlled from. So they control, through the operations here at Schriever Base, more than 200 satellites worldwide. It's the largest satellite operations facility in the world. This is where the enlisted personnel that are known as Guardians are trained to fire microwave weapons at U.S. civilians and civilians all over the world. The training class that they take is called MQT, our Mission Qualification Training class. You have to have a top secret clearance, and it is a secure, compartmentalized information, access only, top secret clearance. So take the class, MQT training class, are qualified to fire these weapons. They're told that even the President of the United States is not aware because their security clearance exceeds the President of the United States. It's sort of like the tail wagging the dog. We've got to get Congress to fix this so that the President, the Vice President, the intelligence committees and Senate and Congress have access to all of this information and are not restricted by security clearances. So that's something that we are hoping to accomplish in raising awareness.
Okay, thank you. We're going to be going in a little while to the Peterson venue because we had placed people in both. Dr. Len Bear is there and Dr. Sally Priester. She's also member of our advisory board. Boricua as well. Boricua in the house. And so you let me know when we're going to go there?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the folks here, and then we're going to head over to Peterson Base. And for those that want to come back this afternoon and tomorrow morning, we're going to try to arrange that as well.
Yeah, this is not going to stop. We are going to have, just one question. You talked about how many, 150 satellites, right?
About 200.
Who owns satellites?
Mostly they're owned by the U.S. government, but unfortunately, Schriever Base and U.S. Space Force have admitted that they openly confiscate commercial satellites and use them for communications without paying the owners. It's a disturbing trend in the U.S. Space Force that they steal the capability of commercial satellites and use them, and they have their own justification, but it is illegal.
So what is the role of Lockheed Martin in all of this?
So Lockheed Martin is the largest defense contractor in the world. They are directly responsible for supporting the technical operations here at Schriever Base. In fact, they have an office building here at Schriever Base and employees that are stationed here providing technical support for the Lockheed GPS-3 satellites and for the weapons that are mounted on the frame, the Vercator weapons that are mounted on the frame. So Lockheed is definitely complicit, and they are in violation of SEC Rule 10b-5 because they have not informed their shareholders that they are subject to a huge amount of liability once it's exposed to the level of criminality and complicity that the Lockheed has in this corruption.
Yes, share of Lockheed. What do?
Well, that's that's a long story, but it gives you the right to sue the executives at Lockheed because they have not fully disclosed the level of involvement in this highly illegal program.
Well, for those of you that are not targeted and want to help us set us free, you can start, and you are a shareholder of Lockheed Martin. Well, you can start that shareholder suit because one of the things that we need for them to understand is that they have to tell you as a shareholder that they are being accessory to torture, and that is illegal. There are many, many crimes. Each one of these persons has many, many crimes perpetrated against them every day. And the sad thing about it is that state prosecutors, state attorney generals don't prosecute the federal government because of obviously constitutional constraints. But it is our opinion that a crime is a crime, right? It doesn't matter if it's a federal employee committing it.
That's right. This is definitely illegal. They're both federal law, state laws that are being violated with these operations here at Schriever Base.
Okay, we're gonna stay here for a little while. You're gonna address everybody. Do you want Marlena's?
Yeah, I think we designate as the leader here.
I say Autumn. Let's call Autumn. Hey, Autumn. Where's Autumn? Where did she go? She's probably in the car. Marlena can be the leader. Okay. Yeah, she's good. We're looking here for. Let me get Autumn, because Autumn paid for this.
We always feel like somebody's watching me. We get no privacy.
See what I'm telling you? It's mostly women, because mostly this is a hate crime. These people targeted think we're not going to fight back, but this is a mama bear nation. All of these women here are fighting for their lives, for freedom. So please call your congressman and tell them that it's time to stop the funding of this criminal, because it's a criminal program. It's a special unacknowledged access program. Jim Jordan more than knows about it, because all of these people here and then some have written to him, have told him about it, and for some reason nobody wants to pay attention to us. We hope that Thomas Massey pays attention to us because he seems to be really brave, and we just, we need somebody really brave like Frank Church, that the church committee. We need somebody that to step up to his level of courage and denounce the criminality that has been going on with taxpayer money.
Mommy, my feet hurt, my toes hurt. With severe microwave burns on the toes of a 3-year-old.
Wait.
Stop the torture on the elderly. Stop the torture on refugees. You're working for a criminal.
Okay, guys. We're going to wrap up around 9:15. If you'd like to come back today around 3:30 to 5, we're going to catch the traffic on its outbound. Okay. The guys coming this way this afternoon are coming out of the surface buildings. If they come up this way, they're coming from the underground facilities. Okay.
Those are the ones that
the other side of the street.
The ones coming out of here.
Okay. If you'd like to come back today around 3:30, we'll go from 3:30 to 5. Okay. Again tomorrow morning. If you'd like to come out tomorrow morning around 6:30. That's when it's light. I'll be here. If you want to be here and help, appreciate your help.
We're gonna tonight at the event. We're gonna be at the event tonight. All of you are going, right? Yeah. So we will announce for coming here tomorrow again, and yeah, it's gonna be really wonderful tonight. See you all. But there's gonna be an afternoon shift that is going to Lockheed. But you should rest because it's gonna be a long night. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for help.
We're going to head over to Peterson and see how things are going. Okay. All right. I'll
So wait.
15, wrap it up.
Wait. Hold on, because you need to. Excuse me. You need to. Who is going to be in charge of wrapping the banners and taking?
Can you wrap up the banners and hold on to them?
And bring them. Yes? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you later today. Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry?
I'm going to be at the locksmith.
Good.
Okay.
Well, you know where to meet, right?
I will take a ride with some people.
Okay, perfect. You need to coordinate to get the banners, though. You need to coordinate the banners.
At least one banner.
Okay, write down my number so you can call me. Hold on. Because I need to coordinate with you to give you a banner.
Okay, what is the number?
832 247 3747.
Is this correct?
I think a lot of people
Hold on.
from Schriever,
Hold on, let me see one.
Yeah, people that are not involved in operations don't know.
You know. I think I was trying to get.
They're not allowed to know about it because the security clearance doesn't allow it.
No, she didn't. Where's Autumn?
Yeah. I got no privacy.
Let's go. Okay. Okay, so we're going to Peterson now. I'm not going to interrupt the broadcast so that you see what real activism is about. This is what fighting for our lives from being attacked, civilians attacked. There is something called the Posse Comitatus Act, which prohibits the United States Armed Forces from attacking civilians in the homeland. However, that is being violated every day by the United States Space Force that targets and fires directed energy weapons at innocent Americans.
I'm uploading and I'm getting things fed. They're getting sent all over the country right now.
Okay, here. So this is Autumn again.
Hi.
Dial your number here, because it seems I gave you the wrong number. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna be going to Peterson's to meet Dr. Len there. Call yourself.
Go.
Yeah, you want to come with us?
Yeah.
Well, come now. Who's gonna drive?
It is.
Okay, well, come close. Can you close that?
Okay, let me get her.
Okay. I'll stay here and I'll pick you up with Richard. Okay. So this is going to be not so much fun because we're not going to be interviewing the people, but I'll be asking questions so don't go away. I'll be asking questions to Richard about the technologies, even though I've heard it a million times, and that's why I can just regurgitate them out so easily. But many of you don't know it, and it's important you have full command of it, because when people question you and say this is conspiracy theories, no, it's very real. You know, it doesn't get more real than this. Than people fighting for their lives on the road. We have to continue our broadcast, and I promised that we were going to be talking. We're going to pick up Autumn. Okay, can you turn that way to pick up Autumn, please? And to take a picture of the people protesting there from afar. From this is how the people coming to work at Schriever's, this is what they see. There we go. That's Autumn there. Honk at her, please, so she knows this is us. Okay, so there we have our group of patriots, because you know the people that do the gang stalking, they think they're patriots because they think, oh, go after that terrorist. But no, the real patriots are those men and women there fighting, protesting, peacefully protesting for their freedom to be free of directed energy weapons torture. Fight. And for those of you, I know many of you wanted to be here, couldn't make it, but we know that some of you couldn't. It's a shame that some of you paid attention to the criminal, because it's crazy to tell you that you couldn't come or you shouldn't come. This was an opportunity to have your voice heard and tell the world not only that you have been illegally tortured without your consent as part of an experiment, but also that it's time for it to stop, because the cat is out of the bag, and you know there is not putting the cat back. If you ever had a cat and try to put it back in the bag, it doesn't work, you know. And that's exactly what has happened here. The cat is out of the bag. Everybody knows they targeted Tulsi Gabbard for saying what the government didn't want her to say. And so now there's no turning back. The only alternative is to free innocent Americans and 6 million people from around the world from torture. Mr. Lighthouse, when did you begin? When was the first time that you came here to protest in Schriever? At Schriever's?
We first came out in 2018 and 2019, and the targeted justice was just getting started at that time, and so we were kind of a small group out here. But I remember the first time we came out, it was it was very cold. It was in February, and yeah, that was kind of rough. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with the group we've had out here today. We've got a lot of folks that have come from far away, some from Switzerland, Germany, Australia, and of course, the United States. So very pleased with the turnout today.
What do you have to say? You notice the 2/3 of the women in our protest is consistent with the hate crime. The targeted individual program is really a hate crime. When did you start noticing this pattern?
Well, we first took some statistics back in 2018 after we had built up, I think about after 6 months into 2018, we did a survey and found out of our roughly 750 members that 65% roughly were women, and older women. This is basically a crowd that was over 40 years old, and we thought that was odd. We couldn't really explain it. We were just getting started in terms of understanding the various categories and the way the program had started. And one of the things we found out then also was that about 2/3 of our membership had the voice to skull, and about 1/3 did not. So it's ongoing growth for us. We try to understand how the program is operated, and look into various categories. But so it's still a learning curve for us.
Okay. So Autumn.
Hi, Miss Anna. I got mine on you. You got yours on me.
Okay. So were you expecting this turnout? Were you expecting this?
You know what? I had a feeling it was going to be phenomenal. It is phenomenal. I had no sleep. They tried every way in the world to keep me from getting here, but it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. What did they do to not get you here?
Let's just say car wrecks. Tried to, get us to where we couldn't focus enough to get here. We didn't get here until like 2:15 yesterday afternoon.
Wow.
Drove all night long with Robert Montez and Amy Broadmax. We were
Okay.
still at the hotel exhausted, but I was
Okay.
up. I don't ever sleep.
Yeah.
I don't ever sleep.
Well, oh God, wait, hold on. Where's my here? Here we are. I'm sorry. I lost that for a moment. I hope you didn't lose us. Can some of you tell us if you lost me here? If you lost what did you please somebody tell us that if we're still there? If we're still there. Yeah, you see. Okay, cool. Thank you. No, Juan, you can't see me. I hear you fine. Juan, you cannot. Is Facebook down? Because we really hope it's not down. We really hope we're not. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. So, Mr. Lighthouse, how many subscribers does Targeted Justice have right now? I have it. You have to put on your seatbelt. Okay. Sorry about that. This car is like that. Can you talk about the growth of the Substack newsletter and its importance?
Yeah, our Substack newsletter started about 2 years ago. We've gone from roughly 0 up to more than 16,000 subscribers and members. It's our primary means of communicating with our membership. We generally put out about 2 issues per week. We've got some of those are written by myself, by Anna Toledo, by Len Bear, by some of our other volunteers as well. So we've got a diverse editorial staff, and we try to cover the issues that are most important to targeted individuals. So if you're interested in getting that newsletter, it's targetedjustice.substack.com. It is free, but we'd really appreciate it if you'd consider an $8 a month donation to go with that subscription.
Okay. So we are heading now to Peterson Air Force Base entrance. That's where Dr. Sally Priester and Dr. Len Bear are. There is a simultaneous protest going on. That's where the operations of this heinous program is. And it's only like 9 minutes away, and we don't want to interrupt because we have you all here, all the guests here. So we're not going to interrupt. Please remember that tonight we're going to have a really good live stream. We're going to be streaming from the event. I'm going to see if we have somebody streaming from the protest at Lockheed. We want to create awareness with their employees who might not, they might think that they're doing something really cool, but Lockheed has got to stop collaborating with this criminal program. You should know that it's with the Lockheed Martin and also the Boeing, right? Satellites that they track us through the top of our heads, and the way they can target you, even if you go to the Maldives to live, you think, oh, I'm not going to get targeting there. You're wrong. You will get targeted because it is Lockheed Martin facilitates your tracking anywhere on the face of this earth, and wherever you go, they're going to find you. So for those people, I realized that, for example, Ohio is one of those places that the targeting is really atrocious and horrible. But when you think about it, it's really bad anywhere in the United States because these weapons are fired everywhere in the United States and also throughout the world. We have people, we have pictures, and our experience at Targeted Justice, right? It's that outside of the United States, the burning and the targeting is worse, right?
We have had a number of members that have tried to avoid the tracking and targeting by traveling to foreign countries, and have come back and said in some instances it's much worse. Both the directed energy weapons attacks and the gang stalking is worse. So we don't fully understand the pattern that's being used, but we are very sympathetic to people in some of these countries that have no legal recourse. First of all, they can't figure out who is behind the targeting. They assume it's their own government, but in fact, their government has signed an agreement with the United States acted on a terrorist list without any reasonable suspicion. And these governments are agreeing to participate in this program, apparently without fully realizing the implications and the criminality that's involved in it. So that's one of our mission statements here at Targeted Justice. Number one is to educate the public. Number two is to educate our legislators. And number three is to take legal actions. And so we work on those three mission statements every day at Targeted Justice.
Well, I also talked about the two mission statements of number one, saving lives, because as long as you understand the technology, you are better equipped to deal with it. And shield yourself, protect yourself, know that you're not going crazy, not pay attention to the criminal V2K, because the moment you interact with it, the moment you pay attention to it, you do what Dr. Lambert talks about as a handshake. And so you surrender your power to these criminals. And how about what is the role, if you know, of NATO with this criminal program?
So we do know that NATO is, there is an agreement between either the FBI and the DHS and NATO in terms of providing the entire terrorist screening database list on a daily basis. So they get an update every day of both, U.S. citizens and citizens in Europe that are have been listed on the TSDB without reasonable suspicion. So NATO is clearly involved. Interpol, the international police organization based in Europe, is clearly also involved. We have identified the agreement that was signed between U.S. government agencies and Interpol to provide them with this data, which is completely baseless. And it just extends the corruption into Europe. And President Trump, as some of you may be aware, is trying to reduce our alliances with NATO, partly due to the criminality of the organization. But we'll leave it to you to decide the value of that organization. But they clearly are involved in distributing the terror screening database. We know that for certain.
And we also know that, because we've seen the pictures, because Targeted Justice receives pictures of people that are atrociously burned in Germany, Spain, everywhere around Europe. Actually, Germany seems to be really bad, right? The latest really bad burns pictures we received were from Germany, right?
That's correct. We are in touch with a medical doctor in Germany who has been burned over at least half of his body with directed energy weapons. And I'm not going to mention his name, but we are still in contact with him. We're trying to get him in touch with some of our partner affiliates in Europe so that he can go to greater lengths to expose the program. But it is certainly some of the worst burns that I've seen. And they're attacking this doctor apparently because He was trying to be an activist as far as getting accurate scientific information out for the medical community. So this clearly shows the lengths that these organizations will go to try to silence dissent.
So, and we have two journalists from Germany. So it seems the problem is so bad there that's why these journalists came. Autumn, do you want to take over here?
I will take over, my dear. Hello. I will definitely take over.
Yeah.
Got it. No problem. Hello, everybody. She's got a phone call, so I'm going to take over for a few minutes for her. So, Richard Lighthouse, I have been looking forward to meeting you since our conversation. And I want you to know that every transmission I ever tried to send you was blocked after that. Message after message, phone number after phone number. I've gone through so many phones. Is that something you've gone through too?
Yes, I think all targeted individuals experience hacking and manipulation of their phone, laptop, and electronics. It's unfortunate, but it's something that we all deal with. We do have a number. We have on our website an area that's called tips and helpful information for TIs. And we explain some of the things that you can do to help reduce the hacking of your electronics. We recommend using Proton Mail. It's an end-to-end encryption.
Right.
And we also recommend recommend using the Tor browser when it's possible.
Fantastic.
Yes.
God knows I've been through it.
Yes.
Emails being hacked, people that I'm not even talking to me on social media got restricted now 7 times on LinkedIn. 7 times.
Yes. Call me.
Because I posted
when
it.
I finish, call me in an hour.
And I did notice that some of the
transmission.
people looking me up, about 75% of them were in law enforcement, and Lockheed Martin was involved in that as well, and the people that were searching my profile.
Yeah.
And then I actually got endorsed by somebody with Boeing, which I found very interesting, but it was a meteorologist with Boeing, and by a man that was con Seguridad de Argentina.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Argentina is getting very bad.
Yeah.
It is. It's like Lighthouse says. Sometimes the governments might not know what the counterintelligence division of their governments are doing, because it is we have information that in Argentina, our brothers and sisters Latinoamericano there are suffering so much. Where's our people? They are suffering so much, so hard that you cannot think that the president-elect is agreeing with this, right? So,
so you said that President Trump is trying to help us.
Well, I think he's a very targeted individual.
God, of course he is. Look at what's happening.
You know how we say, he is the most targeted individual in this nation. And the proof of it is, all those prosecutions and everything that he has gone through, his assassination attempt. It's really, the writing is on the wall. And so
I wrote letters. I met Donald Trump back in the 90s and never thought he'd be president, but I sent him a personal note to his desk and never got answers, ever.
That's why they left.
Okay, well, here, this is evidence. Peterson shut down because they knew we were coming. Peterson, they had this construction site, and Lighthouse told me they were going to do some little trick like that, so that they shut down the entrance where we left. Did you get a picture? Len, yeah, I got a video of it where we left Len and Dr. Sally. So we have to find them. Where are they? We have to find Dr. Sally and Len. They're missing in action now. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. The Peterson people, which is the operations, right? Operations, which is where the people that give the orders are. They shut down in construction the main entrance because they're so embarrassed that we would stand there and denounce that targeted individuals want freedom. So your dad is, oh God. So can you call and find out where they are? No? Okay. Let me see if I can call Dr. Sally here. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out where she is, where they are. We're going to go back to Schriever, right? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to wrap it up for you guys. We're going to be at 2:30. We might have another live stream from the people that are going to be at Lockheed, protesting at Lockheed, but definitely at 3:30. But 3:30 Colorado time.
3:30 Colorado.
That is 4:30 Central Standard Time. So most important is for all of you to join us at 7 p.m. tonight, because we're going to have the big event, big rally event here in Colorado for all the TIs that came to join us. So please don't miss it, because it's going to be really good. And we are going to be building groups. Hopefully, we already have one from Lincoln, Nebraska. And our goal is for people to create these groups, support groups among each other, because as long as targeted individuals have each other and they'll start calling each other perps, that is when we become powerful. We have to overlook simple details. Nobody is perfect. And the important thing here is not to succumb to the tendency that the criminals want of dividing and disrupting. Let's all unite as we have been uniting in this event. And tonight is going to be just like really awesome. And tomorrow we're going to continue demanding and protesting peacefully for freedom. So I hope you all join us. And thank you for all of you that have joined us here. Juan, love you, miss you. What time in Malaysia? I don't know. You have to figure out. But just come to this channel. I hope this is not being shadow banned. And I hope that, I don't know if it got to LinkedIn, because I supposedly was going to be in LinkedIn too, and Twitter, but I'm not very sure that it is. Anyways, thank you all for all of you that came here. So tonight is at 7 p.m. the watch party. Go to tievents.org. I know she's going to be having, Tranquility is going to be having a watch party with all some of the Target Justice volunteers as well. And I will not be able to interact so much. We're going to have Sarah Westall as Master of Ceremonies. She's going to be speaking. It's going to be, we're going to have a really nice surprise that our artist created for us, a little documentary that we're going to show tonight. And it's going to be just full of love. This event from yesterday, it has all been love. And you would actually think that people are not being tortured, right, Lighthouse?
You would think. Yeah. It's the technology of the program is so disarming and staggering that people just refuse to believe that it's real. You know, it's a real struggle for us on a daily basis to help people understand that this technology is real. It's being used worldwide. It's very dangerous. It's a surrender of your civil rights, and it needs to be shut down.
It's funny because yesterday we had a joke that the gang stalkers, they were spreading themselves thin because they had so many TIs, they couldn't cover all their bases. So they probably had to recruit from other towns to come and try to stalk us. But I don't know you, but have you felt stalked?
I haven't seen much in the way of gang stalking here. A couple of TIs have said they've been bothered or hassled in the hotels, but very light on the gang stalking versus typical.
Yeah, but it's probably because of the event, because they know we are here in Colorado denouncing that from Colorado, innocent civilians around the world. You know, it's an act of war for the United States to attack civilians, let's say in Germany. And that's exactly what this torture program is doing. The United States Space Force and the CIA are attacking innocent civilians in allied countries such as Germany, France, England. It is happening. We get emails from people from all over the world, Australia, the Five Eyes. We have a lot of people in Australia that are being horribly tortured and horribly gang stalked. And the sad part about this is that you have people that earn a living trying to make other people's lives miserable. So what kind of person do you have to be to wake up every morning and say, oh, I'm on my way to torture people. I'm on my way to stack, harass, and survey people. That's not, what I say is they must be so unhappy in their lives to go out to the world to try to make people as unhappy as they are. But this bunch of targeted individuals are proving that despite the torture, despite all the horrible things that have been thrown our way, we can still smile and we still have hope to shut down this program and be free again and enjoy life as the Constitution guarantees that we have a right to enjoy. We have the right to enjoy our communications free of surveillance. We have a right to enjoy going to a dinner without being poisoned. We have a right to go to a park without being followed. And we have a right to drive our cars without it being messed with. And we have a right to be safe in our property, in our homes, and in our bodies without people entering our homes without a warrant issued by an Article 3 court. We have a right for our electronic communications not to be surveyed with FISA warrants, alleging that the people in two hidden categories of this terrorist screening database are suspected terrorists, and the proof is in the pudding. When I got into an airplane on Sunday to get here, nobody bothered me. Nobody even screened me, did the additional screening that they do to suspected terrorists. And the reason is because the FBI knows that none of us are suspected terrorists because we do not meet the reasonable suspicion criteria required to put anybody on the list. So it's all an excuse to have a human experimentation roster and to permanently torture people. And it's going to end. And that's why we're smiling. And all of us will be smiling tonight. So I hope you all join us. Please be there or be square. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.